So this is the pound dollar analysis for Monday, the 30th of April. Now, let's just have a look at prices and where prices may likely go. So we've seen the sell-off here in the pound against the dollar. We came up for pretty close for a retest of the 140.05. So the sell side momentum brings down towards 139, brief bounce up towards the 39.42, from which we've seen quite a bit of sell side momentum return to the market. As you can see here, we had a very strong move here to the downside over a very short period of time, likely news related. We've had a brief, we've come down towards this key level in around the 37.50, from which we've seen a bullish bounce towards the 38 level. From there, we've seen again weakness. We weren't able to hold on to 38 and possibly move up towards our 38.35. What we instead saw was a brief pullback consolidation, and we're now seeing a breakdown beneath this 37.50. So if we are to see the further sell side momentum continuation here to the downside, we'll be looking for prices to head down towards the 36.57. If we are to see the momentum continuation, that's the very next key level marked out here in red. Successful break from which we're looking for price head down towards that 136 level. Beyond the 136, we've obviously got the 135.20. I wouldn't anticipate that coming to focus today on the Monday, 30th of April. If, however, we do see some bullish buy side momentum come back into the market and we are able to hold on to the 37.50, there's a possibility of seeing prices test the 138 level, brief pullback before a possible break and a move towards our 138.35. Successful break from which we'll be looking for price head towards our 138.57. And if there is sufficient volatility to the upside, 139 may just come into focus. What we'll do now is we'll have a look at the monthly. We'll have a brief look here at the monthly time frame. Get the scaling on here correct. And as you can see here on this monthly time frame, we did have this recovery here in the pound. But as we can see more recently, I was expecting a possible further upside continuation. But what we have seen is after having a move to the upside, we've seen quite a bit of sell side momentum coming into the market here in April. As you can see, long wick to the upside, suggesting there was a lot of solid momentum taking the month negative, and we are poised to close the month negative here. So we might see some follow through in May. Might see a bit of a deeper pullback before seeing the continued recovery here in the pound against the dollar. We'll have a look at the weekly chart now, and over on the weekly chart, we can see here we ran in towards we've had a series of higher lows supporting the upwards momentum in prices, and from there we've seen the sell side momentum come into the market. We've seen sell side momentum come into the market from the 200 period moving average, seeing prices break down further from the 200 period moving average. Currently, we're breaking below the 20 period moving average, which we haven't broken beneath in some time. And so we do seem poised for further downwards continuation here, possibly towards that the 134s if we do see this momentum follow through that we have seen over the most recent weeks, which has been pretty strong to the downside. And what we'll have a look at now is the daily chart. And over on the daily chart, we can see here we came in towards the 143.43 level. We had a bit of a double top at that level. We've seen a very strong sell side momentum continuation here on the pound against the dollar. As we can see, candles are closing near their lows. We've broke beneath these lows here. So we do have that major level, as we mentioned previously. And we've also have to be aware of the 200 period moving average sitting in around that 135 level. And then in around that 135 is previously an area which acted as resistance, could potentially act as support with the added confluence of the 200 period moving average. So we just have to be aware of that level, as it may be a key important level if we continue to see a sell-off here in the pound against the dollar. And with that said, that wraps up the pound dollar analysis. Thanks for watching.